Hey guys, Mark, aka the Nerdy Punk, back again today for a new video. Today I'm going to do something that I have not done in a very long time, and that is go see a movie and do a movie review on YouTube. I haven't done a movie review in a very long time. I think my last one was Halloween, way back in October of 2018. It is currently June of 2019. It's been quite a while. Lots of reasons for that. I don't really feel like I'm that good at doing movie reviews. I know there's a lot more talented people on YouTube that do that, but I like giving my input from now and again, and I'm going to go see a movie that I don't think is really talked about a lot on YouTube, at least not yet, and that is Anna, which is this new spy action movie starring some model that I have no idea what her name is, but it looks gorgeous. Anyway, this movie seems directly right up my alley. For whatever reason, I really love female-led action films, especially ones that do with spies and stuff. I don't know why, but that genre I just love. I guess I really like a girl that can kick my ass. But anyway, gonna go in and see Anna. I will see you guys in just a little bit when it's a lot more dark outside to give you my final thoughts. Alright guys, so just outside the theater there, hopefully you can see that, I just got finished seeing Anna, and my overall thoughts on the film is that it was a decent movie. It didn't do anything spectacularly well, it didn't do anything really, really badly either, just kind of like a middle-of-the-road film. Had some compelling, interesting moments, but overall just nothing amazingly. So I have a lot of things that I kind of want to pick apart with this movie. I normally don't approach reviews like that, but watching this movie, there was thing after thing on the screen that I'm just like, oh, I gotta get into this. So the film really overuses some cliches. So one of the things that I was very frustrated with the movie is that it does not follow a linear story, which means that it jumps all over the place in time, which I think it did way too much. That's a good thing to use as a filmmaker, to not have a linear story and instead have a lot of flashbacks, but this film really overused it and it got confusing at times. So the movie starts out with in 1985, Moscow, and then it jumps 5 years, and then it jumps another 2 months almost instantly. Then it flashes back another 5 years, and then it jumps again, I think 2 years down the road. This film is all over the place. There were probably at least 10 major time changes in a very short amount of time. That is way, way too much. Definitely confuses the viewer. I think it definitely does this movie a disservice. Another thing that they really overuse, this cliche of the twist, the big twist. And that happens a lot in spy movies because it lends itself to the genre well. But this was way, way too much. There were way too many twists. Another thing that I was really upset with the film, or not upset, but kind of disappointed in the movie because of, I don't think it really found its tone, ever. At some points, it felt like they were trying to make this a lighthearted spy movie. Other times, it felt very, very serious and emotionally gripping. And it's like, it does a decent job at giving the backstory to Sasha Less's character, but it's too, it's too, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, infrequent. It's all over the place. It's not consistent. That's the word I was looking for. The tone is a bad choice, especially with the score. I think the score, they made some questionable decisions with the music at certain scenes of this movie. Overall, though, back to Sasha Less, she was definitely a bright spot in this movie, as was Helen Mirren, who I didn't even realize was in this movie. Her performance was fantastic. Writing could have been a lot better for all of the characters, but her performance was great. Sasha Less was great. She's only been in one other movie before, and this is her second feature film, and she's the lead in this movie. And considering that, it was a really great performance from her. What else did I have to complain about with this movie? This movie reminded me a lot of Atomic Blonde, which is one of my top 10 films of 2017. If you haven't checked that movie out, highly recommended. Love that movie. And I compared this one to that movie because it was so similar. Both female leads, both spy action movies, very similar themes throughout the movies. They're both set in the Cold War. But Atomic Blonde did everything so much better that this movie didn't. Atomic Blonde had amazing action sequences. The action in Anna was okay. There were some good scenes, action sequences, but others just felt like they've never done this, that these actors have never done an action scene before. It felt very clunky at times, but Atomic Blonde was fantastic at that. Another complaint with Anna, I don't ever feel like they went for the R rating. This movie is rated R, but if you took out the language, you really wouldn't know that. None of the deaths are really gory. None of the violence is super, super violent or anything. This is not a John Wick movie, even though at times it did feel like a couple of the action sequences had some pretty cool stunts, but most of the time it felt very bland. An extreme overuse of unnecessary PG-13 sex scenes. There's probably 5 of them in this movie. There's no nudity, no graphic nudity ever. Instead, we get these over and over again, these PG-13 sex scenes that feel completely unnecessary. But like I said, they never went for the R rating, and yet it was rated R. If it's going to be rated R, you might as well go for it and actually, have some guts there and do something. But who knows, maybe this movie was kind of re-edited by the studio. I don't know what the backstory to this film is, but overall, a lot of things I can pick apart. But it was not a bad movie. It was a decent time at the theater. I do recommend checking this out. Maybe don't go spend your money at the theater for this one, but when it comes to Netflix, if it comes on Blu-ray for pretty cheap, definitely recommended to check it out at least. It's a movie I can see myself watching again. I'm just not going to go seek it out, most likely. So anyway, overall grade, I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5. Just kind of like my middle-of-the-road grade, a little bit better than average, but not really that much. So if you enjoyed this video, leave me a like, hit that subscribe button down below to stay tuned for future content. I hope to bring some more movie stuff soon to the channel. I've been talking a lot about vinyl and music lately, which is my other passion, but I haven't really done a whole lot of movie stuff lately, so hopefully this kind of quenches the thirst for some of my subscribers that subscribe for my movie content. So anyway, have an amazing night, guys. Bye.